Us out of LA. Philip, just take off your defense hat for just one moment. I want to analyze what the chief just said. We don't know about her disciplinary records because we don't have those records. What? Have they ever heard of a subpoena? Get the records. This is a murder investigation. It's not hard to write out a subpoena duces tecum, which is basically a subpoena not for your testimony, but for your documents. I want to know what the school knew because in this most recent Georgia shooting, remember that? That shooter had just transferred to the Georgia school. And what the Georgia school did not have was his 8-inch thick file on disciplinary problems from his old school. So I don't want to hear, we don't have the records. Get the records.
No, I agree with you. The problem is I think there are two types of records that are kept by the school. They have what's called your official record that the district has and the school has right there on the premises. And then they have what we call your traveling file, meaning it contains all the notes from teachers, from the nurses, as opposed to your academic progress, any special needs that you might have in the school. If the traveling file doesn't make it to your next school, then the new school has no knowledge of your history. So I think there should be a change in the law that your schools should get your
No,
traveling
no.
file.
Dubé, you're trying to compare this to the Colt Gray case where there was a mass shooting in a school in Georgia where the file didn't follow him. That is so lame. Why would you have a student in your school that could be a security risk and you don't know anything because you don't have the file?
Welcome to the 21st century. This is what happens. One hand doesn't know what the other is doing. It's terrible. You get the official record, but you don't get the traveling file that has nurses' notes, complaints from other teachers, complaints from other kids. Instead, you just have an academic profile of how the kid is doing scholastically. It's a breakdown in communication between the schools. So, what does this mean? It means that we need a change in the law.